Yeah, I was just like, I thought he had gone from 8 to 15 in like 2 games.
Posted up 70 times.
Yeah, I was like, well, I understand how he scored 38 points last night.
Let that beat play, Jordan. Woo-hoo. It's a good one. Jordan's not a fan. He'll come around soon enough. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Awesemo.com NBA Deeper Dive. And boy, did we just get some monstrous news on the 7:30 hour basketball game between the Philadelphia 76ers and Brooklyn Nets. Going to dive into everything for these 5 games over the next hour and then turn it over to Josh Engleman and Greg Ehrenberg for Live Before Lock. I'm Dave Loughran on Twitter at Laffy_D, LOUGHY_D. With me, as always, Adam Scherer at ShipMyMoney DFS. Give the fellas a follow. What's going on, dude?
I'm just happy that Brooklyn game's it's the first game on the slate so that I don't have to try and guess what Brooklyn's lineup's going to look like tonight.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'll tell you what, I pounced on that Sixers -1 line as quick as humanly possible, which means that undoubtedly in the second of a back-to-back, they get smoked today.
Well, I heard you say something about it before the show about getting on that line, so I'm just waiting now for like Embiid, Simmons, Curry all out or something.
Here's the good thing. If that happens on DraftKings, you get in quick enough, like as soon as the news breaks, you can just cash out at a profit, because when that line comes back from -1, it's going to be a lot more than that. And then, you just cash out before the line changes back or before they pull it. Just got to be quick, All right. So yeah. And if you still haven't gotten that, I'm assuming it's pulled by now. But when you get on these quick enough, you'll be able to get some really great lines. Kyrie Irving is out for the Brooklyn Nets. Make some adjustments accordingly. That's going to skyrocket Caris LeVert's ownership, no doubt about it. I don't know, man. First take when you look at this before we jump into the games. I used to ask you this every show and kind of got out of the habit. Initial thoughts for this one?
Well, my initial thought was that there was a lot of pretty questionable value. Now, obviously, with Brooklyn, that changes. I wasn't really looking forward to trying to guess like exactly what thing. I thought Brooklyn was going to be a mess, and I actually think Kyrie being ruled out makes it a less messy situation, kind of. So I guess kind of happy about that. But beyond that, I think it's a slate where it's always the case, but be ready to late swap. We have 3 10 p.m. Eastern games. One of them has a questionable LeBron and a questionable Anthony Davis. So not only that, but then you have stars on the other teams that are playing that you can swap to. So I think a lot of money will probably be made by late swapping tonight.
All right. Yeah, me too. And with all these games so spaced out, it's going to be making a big difference. People saying Joel is next to be ruled out. It's a back-to-back. And someone said in all caps, Sixers never cover on the road. 2 things. Do not underestimate or understate how badly Brett Brown coached this team. Okay. You laugh, but I'm dead serious, man. Like, he was not a good coach.
I laughed because I knew exactly where you were going.
You could have finished my sentence for me. Don't understate, like, this is a different basketball team. They haven't had the toughest schedule this season. But now with Durant and Kyrie Irving out, this is basically the same Brooklyn team as last year, just not as good. So, dude, here let me tell you, we have our biases, we have our narratives and everything. If Embiid's in right now, he's played 37 minutes, and we can just dive right into this game, Adam, because it's the first one on the slate. Philly.
To your point too, home teams, last I checked, have a losing record